All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the comments. This is the Band-Maid Dice Different comment section, so y'all came out in droves. We have 121 comments, I think, to get through, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's also probably going to be on the longer side as far as videos go, but we are going to have to speed this one along just a little bit, as I have my very first Japanese lesson scheduled for this evening in about an hour and 45 minutes. So, real quick, just a couple of things before we get started. If you like what I do and you want to support the channel further, there are some links in the description, so you can go and check that stuff out. There's a link to the Patreon on there, so you can support me financially that way, so I can keep doing this stuff and, like digging into this Japanese, like learning it, all that stuff. But if you don't like links, if you don't like clicking on them, if you have something against blue letters, super thanks are active on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to drop a super thanks. Joe, you alive, buddy? I mean, I guess he died from malnutrition. He's all skin and bones. Well, he's no skin, he's just bones. But luckily for you, his work ethic remains unfazed. And even though he is just a skeleton, he is still putting in several hours worth of work behind the scenes to bring you this fantastic content, ladies and gentlemen. So feel free to show him your support with a super thanks. All proceeds do go towards improvements across the channel. And they are much appreciated. So, with that in mind, I think that's about all we're going to talk about before we dig into the comments here. Because like I said, we are under a little bit of a time crunch, so let's get into it. Kicking things off, we have Brian, who says, "No! Again!" Yes, in reference to my disbelief, yes, at the musical exceptionality on display. Next up, Edward Allen says, read the vocals on Dice alone also has a similar punchy vocal style, and they are the two songs which I would say are their most punky. That vocal style almost spitting out the lyrics is what I associate with late 70s UK punk. Interesting. Good to know. I mean, I didn't, I have like very little reference, especially for like the UK punk stuff. So maybe we'll dig into some of that in the near future. Davey Boyd responds, I agree, there are a few of their songs that remind me of going to like a Backstreet Bar gigs in the UK circa 1978. The BOK live has that vibe for me too. I think it's the pure energy they put into it. Cool. Appreciate it. Edward Allen also says, I don't think there's anything special about these songs being paired. Manners and Black Hole are similarly put together. I mean, that helps. That helps to know. That helps to know. Boop. Scott Denuzzo says, do you play guitar? You got the stank face down. Do I play guitar? Actually, I do. Scott Denuzzo, this is me over here playing the guitar. Royalty free because it's my own composition. Look, see, there I am. Ooh. The background track's also me. So both guitar tracks that you hear are me. I recorded and then re-recorded the lead, improvised the lead on top of it. So, yeah, there you have it. Boop. David says, this was done to take advantage of a Japanese government program during COVID lockdown. Government money in return for putting out some artistic product. Wow, that's like awesome. Wait, government funded this? That's weird to me. The other one Band-Maid put out, Manners and Black Hole, is more interesting. That's what y'all keep saying. So, I mean, it's coming. It's coming. I did Domination today as part of a project that I've been working on. So that one probably won't see the light of day for a while yet, just because it's like this massive, it's like 3 different recordings and like over an hour and a half worth of footage that needs to just be curated, and Joe has his work cut out for him. Seize the Day says, really? This was 30 minutes? Wormish responds, no, 31. Well, I went by really fast, so I didn't notice. It says seize the day. Jake Imhotep says, I agree. This flew by. Wow, you guys you're too kind. Too kind. It's too much. Andrej Adster says, another great reaction. Oh, thank you, buddy. Can't wait to see you react to different acoustic. Y'all know I love a good acoustic. Like, I love a good acoustic track, so. Let's see. Okay, we got a thread here. A little bit. All right. David Boyd says, it's just a 2-in-1 video they put out. Dice and Different. Different has his own music video too. Okay. The songs weren't even together in the concert. They did the same thing with Manners and Black Hole. Okay, so it's good to know that they are separate entities. Different was the opening theme for the 3rd season of the anime Log Horizon. Never saw it. I don't know. Was it good? Should I check it out? Hence the different style, which was to fit the anime. Okay. Best line in Dice for me is candy or the whip. Which do you like? Again, I'll have to go back and like look at the lyrics a little bit more closely because I don't like, especially for a first time reaction. All I'm trying to do is process the music. That's really all I'm trying to do. So, Gordon Cody responds, "How about a candy whip, please, Sai-chan? And happy birthday, by the way, 29 and holding. Me too. Okay, if you say so. I don't mean to sound greedy, but can I have both? Sure, absolutely. Why not? 80. Davey Boyd responds to 80-minute. Yeah, me too, please, Saiki. Okay, so now we're just gushing a little bit. Okay. Being whipped by Saiki while eating. Okay, stop it. It is too much. Okay, you're right. Okay, 785 boats. This is too much. Speak for yourself, 785 boats, says Gordon Cody. I'll take your turn. What is happening? And at John, oh, you're bringing me into this. Okay, like I wasn't already gonna be here. Gordon Cody and at John.reacts, before you chastise us for being too spicy, react to don't. Okay, yo, all right, don't let me down and have the lyrics handy. Then we'll talk. You know what? All right, because I was getting there. I was getting ready. Seize the Day responds to Gordon Cody. Is it don't let me down? Yeah, realize error and corrected. Yeah, don't let me down. Okay, edited. Okay, we're good. You confused me. The editing confuses me. It's why I get somebody else to do my editing. Okay, his name is Joe and he's a skeleton because he hasn't been able to eat because I don't pay him money. Thanks for correcting the error. Gordon Cody says, at Seize the Day, always good to have Maniacs in the wings for backup. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good catch. To Physics says, what is going on around here? I had that same question, to Physics. Gary leaves you knuckleheads alone for 10 minutes, and this is what happens. Who's Gary? Gary. Well, it's straight to horny jail for all of you. I'll lead the way. Sure. Yeah. Okay. You get a heart, buddy. Appreciate that. Gordon Cody says, hey, blame Miku. She started it with them spicy lyrics. Don't let that cute, innocent smile and pigtails fool you. Sure. And Seize the Day responds, a small pigeon can be sneaky. Y'all are too much. We have too much fun here. Scott Denunzo says, obedient chaos. I like that. Yeah. I kind of, because it's not like, it's not, people use the phrase controlled chaos to describe a lot of things. And to me, this was like, it wasn't so much, it was like the chaos saw what Band-Maid was doing and came over to take notes on how to do chaos better. That's kind of what it was like. So it's like apprentice chaos. Chaos in apprenticeship. Yeah. Wormish says, some Japanese bands, old and new, take your pick. I think we've had this one before. faithful commenter here with all of these tracks. So yeah, we've definitely looked at Band-Maid. We still haven't looked at Maximum the Hormone, or any really of these other bands. We looked at more Unlucky Morpheus today. That's part of the other video that we did. Anything else on here? We looked at, God, like none of these. There's so much here. Good Lord. Nemophila we looked at more today. Yeah. Thanks, I mean, for the suggestions. Wayne Delane in, you know, Wayne Delan with some genuine indignation. Some? Yes, absolutely. I agree. And Big Bonnet responds, now you've given me homework. Yes, yes. I've heard 90% of this, but the remaining 10%, well, give me hours to go through. Wow, you've heard a lot more than I have. We'll get there. It's not a race. Leon says, bro, I remember downloading Love Hina and Inuyasha from Kazaa and LimeWire. Yes! On 28.8K dial-up. My goodness. Praying to God nobody in my family picks up the phone before the 8 hours of download is over. Oh my God. Thems was the days. God bless cable internet and sites like Crunchyroll. Yes, sir. Band-Maid is absolutely a live band. I choose the live version of their songs over the studio versions every single time. Their CDs are so compressed it gets a lot gets lost in the mix. I know you have like 100 Band-Maid songs recommended, so I'm not going to stack any more on top of it. I'll just say I can't wait to see what you choose next, and I'll watch them all. Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Crazy part is that you've only done one song in my personal top 10. So there's a ton of good stuff still to come. Well, that's exciting. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Scott Denuto again says, different song they put out together, like Manners and Black Hole. I don't know of any connection. Yeah, I don't think there is. I think that was just I was a little bit confused because y'all were like, dude, you know, dice different. So I thought maybe, you know, like Tool has Parable and Parabola, and they go together. Like they're separate songs, but they go together. Wormish says, made in Japan. Okay. Good job. Sugan Asana says, 31 minutes is not a problem. You can do 60 for all I care. That's good. Watch it anyway. I really enjoy your reactions on Band-Maid. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. I read a comment, he goes on to say, I read a comment somewhere that said, this is my favorite Band-Maid song until I hear the next one. Yes. Then that one is my favorite until the next one. I don't think he or she knows how right he or she was. Boop. Scott Denuzzo again says, enjoyed the video, enjoying your journey. Oh, thanks, buddy. And once again, happy birthday to our Ice Queen, Saiki. Oh, it was her birthday? Well, happy birthday. I didn't know that. Happy birthday, Saiki. Carlos Fertamel says, 30 minutes with the band, with Band-Maid feels like 5. Cool reaction. Thanks, buddy. If there is something that can be learned from this band, it's to recognize the structure of hard rock and how they change in their segments, and in many songs, how they change places. Like Guns N' Roses, I think the song that you're looking for in Dice was You Could Be Mine. Interesting. I'm not familiar with that one. So it could be. I really don't know. Goes on, Akane, man. It must be one of the best female drummers touring right now. Has 2 baseball bats in each hand and doesn't need more than a basic drum kit with a couple extra cymbals. Regards. She's a monster. Like, and it's like sometimes low key, and then sometimes she just goes off. Look, what else can you say? Mark Miyazaki says, great reaction. Thanks, buddy. Learned a new concept, obedient chaos. Oh, you're welcome. These videos were for J. Lod. Live 2, a Japanese government grant program for content creators to help promote their videos worldwide. Oh, that's awesome. I think the videos had to be of a certain length to qualify, so that's why Band-Maid has 2 videos containing 2 songs, each for the JLOD grants. My guess, but I think they picked the songs for the video and the other JLOD video Manners and Black Hole to showcase their very wide spectrum in musical styles. I mean, that would make sense to me. But yeah, if there was like a time threshold that they needed to cross, then that would make sense. Why they would put those 2 together. Because they are different. They're different songs. Haha. I'm so dumb. Moving right along. 65 says, if you want a real treat, look up the acoustic Christmas concert version of Different. Yes, this has already been mentioned, and I'm very interested to see this. It's just Konami and Saiki. And it's magical in a way you won't understand until you hear it. Wow. That's some hype. Also, if you're interested, the solo from Dice was one of my favorite highlights from the show I was able to go to in last November. And then he drops a link. So you were at the show. That's what's up, man. Glenner7 says, I second the suggestion to watch Different live acoustic with just Konami and Saiki and the original music video as well. Maybe we'll do that as a double feature. 30 minutes, no problem. I love it. Stopping, no problem. That's good, because I do that a lot. I'll stop a lot. Problems? No. Glenner7, well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate the support and the encouragement there. Big Bonnet says, came here to mention the acoustic Different. I think it's my favorite of the acoustic set. Magical's right. How you can strip that Obedient Chaos down to 2 voices and 1 acoustic guitar. Oh my god, stop. You're hyping it up too much, guys. I gotta get through. Look, so, okay. Hold on, let me finish the comment. Okay, one thing at a time. Okay? Just one thing at a time. Down to 2 voices and 1 acoustic guitar and still sound wonderful with some kind of alchemy. Deep in the dark, don't sink. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, like, I want to go check it out, but I don't know when it's actually going to be possible, because I'm kind of like rushing to get this stuff done because you guys may or may not know, my wife is pregnant with our second child, and she is 39 weeks along, and pretty sure this weekend, so anytime within like the next 48 hours, she's gonna go into labor. So I'm trying to get as much content put out for the channel as possible, because it's gonna be a little while before I'll have some dedicated time to actually put out more content. So hopefully everything goes well though, and I'll keep you guys updated and all that stuff. So Daniel Morgan says, I like watching you because it reminds me of the first time I heard these songs and the feeling I got from hearing them. Thanks. Oh, no problem, buddy. I think that's one of the reasons why like these reaction videos are as popular as they are, because like you kind of like, after you really get to know a song and a band, you know, on an intimate level, you lose the novelty, right, of the feeling the first time you were exposed to them. And so you can live vicariously through any number of people who are like putting their reactions to these things online. So yeah, definitely happy to share the journey. Like it's a lot of fun too. Like it's just fun. So glad you're enjoying the journey, and thanks for coming to hang out. Appreciate it. Jake Imhotep says, as per usual, Band-Maid is better live. Also, I both applaud and admire your ambitious plan to learn Japanese. Awesome. Hey, I appreciate it. It is ambitious, for sure. And my tutor doesn't know that this is the plan, so I'm going to bombard her with this in about an hour and 15 minutes, so it should be a lot of fun. Gordon Cody says, it's not a question of better or worse, just a case of difference, in my opinion. See what I did there? Different. Gordon Cody, go home. Can't. Jake Imhotep responds, good one. Don't encourage him. Okay, don't. Soberbrother757 says, wow, did the whole 30-ish minutes of Band-Maid, plus the at least 6+ hours at work, then the hour commute home, then a couple hours after dinner. Just a typical day for this maniac. I feel you. Harry Ivory says, watch the whole thing and loved it. Thank you. I appreciate the support, guys. It's too much. I agree with your entire assessment. Good job. Thank you. Gordon Cody, again, the flappy pigeon in my ear. Okay. Grisha Squire says the J-Law performances, see the opening credits, were online live performances, no audiences during COVID, sponsored by the Japanese government to keep artists going with cash injections. That's awesome, man. That's just awesome. But the videos had to be over 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. To qualify, hence the double feature Band-Maid videos during that S-storm that was COVID. Yes, sir. This is Madness says, definitely watch the whole thing. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Thank you. They had to use 2 songs to make the 5-minute minimum for the J-Rock thing. Same with Manor's Black Hole. You're gonna love Black Hole. This whole album, Unseen World, really highlights where Konami has come as a songwriter. Spectacular. Definitely obedient chaos. Y'all like that term. You can have it. You can see the satisfaction in the look on her face and in the happiness in which she and Akane, their best friends, glance at each other. Gotta love it. Davey Boyd responds, oh yeah, I forgot there was a 5-minute minimum for the J-Law performances. Thanks for reminding me. Boop. Next up, Talana Mas says, when John described the live dice as controlled chaos, I immediately thought, wait till you hear different, which is next. Alan Stamper says, I had the same thought. And Leon responds, 100%. Oh. Yeah, alright. Zolitoth says, is different too much? So what would you say when you hear Black Hole next? Cool reaction. Well, we're going to find out. Not tonight, but we're going to find out in the near future. All right, moving right along. Gordon Cody says, also, you will learn, but shut up. Konami is speaking. Konami is speaking. Yes, you're right. You're right. Sometimes it just wells up and I can't control it. It's just too much. But you're right. I need to do better. JG2 says, in most of the official live videos, Konami on lead is panned to the right, and Miku on rhythm is panned to the left, which makes it much easier to hear both guitars. It always seems to me that this opens up the middle for the rhythm section and vocals to shine through. That's very insightful. Thank you. Leon says, I love the way they split the guitars, to be honest. It makes it super easy to differentiate. Miku accents the end of a ton of riffs that Konami does. Man, you guys are like on a different level with this stuff. Ross Moody says, Nightwish, Richard Dawkins, Band-Maid. We were here, Poe. Okay, I know Nightwish. That's a band. And then Richard Dawkins, isn't he that dude? He's a person, right? He's famous for being an atheist. That's his thing. Fucking quote me on that. Band-Maid, I don't know what to make of this comment, but I like it. Boop. Fernando's Hideaway says, fun reaction and review. Really enjoyed where you compared the song's dice beginnings. Yes, the J-Lod version does sound better to me. Your reaction to different made me laugh. Thanks. I needed a good laugh to... Okay, well, alright, fine. Keep plugging away at this band's song list. You will not regret it. Peace and respect from California. No problem, buddy. Thanks for the support. Wayne King says, if you learn traditional Japanese, you may still have a hard time translating the lyrics. From what I understand, they use a lot of combination of Japanese and English, akin to Spanglish. Great reaction. As mentioned by others, there is an official music video for Different. Yep. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the support. Wansan says, nice, excellent reaction. Thank you. Worth every minute. Thank you. Yes, they are the queens of the controlled chaos, but what would you think about the stripped down Different to an acoustic version? Well, I've already gotten some hints as to what that could be, so, you know. And then some dude, John Reacts, responds, through super thanks, all things are possible. He right, though. He right. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. Why are you here? Let's keep going. Falcon Sooner says, it is funny you mentioned classic rock. I always thought of Dice as the love child of Paramore in classic rock. Oh, interesting Paramore reference. I'm not familiar enough with Paramore to be able to make that connection, but I'll take your word. It can get kind of loud around here at night on the porch, ladies and gentlemen. He goes on to say, one of my perennial top 10 Band-Maid songs and the song I often use to introduce people to Band-Maid. By the way, I do appreciate you learning the ladies' names in quick fashion. You're welcome. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing for me. It's just because... Cat, you trying to be in the video? With your tail there? Yeah? That's my cat. Don't worry about her. Learning the ladies' names in quick. Yeah, it's a thing for me. Because, you know, I don't know. I consider myself a professional. Christopher Scott Dempwolf says, cool, I'm not the only one who hears the Paramore influences. Interesting. Dice, YOLO, Warning, just to name a few. Boop. Boop. That's what's up. Big Bonnet says, the candy or the whip? Which do you choose? Yes, please. Bring on the whips made of candy. The real choice is red vines or black licorice, or both. I think you gotta go black licorice. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you why. I hate black licorice, but I think that's the way you have to go. I just do. Boop. John React says, hey, this guy's pretty good. I'm so dumb. You know, when I've been consuming alcohol, I should not be near, like, social media. Boop. Gordon Cody says, he passes, just barely. Needs to do a Band-Maid cosplay reaction, in my opinion. Well, aren't you just a tough nut to crack, Gordon Cody? All right? But you know what? You have high standards. You have high standards, and you have excellent taste in music. So, I'm going to do my best to live up to them. Ban Maiko on the way. Boop. Seize the Day says they announced U.S. tour dates for May 2023. Is that this May? That is this May. Oh my god. It's... I literally almost said, like, I felt it getting... I was like, man, it sucks I'm about to have a kid, because now I can't go to the concert. I'm so dumb. In an ambulance. Boop. Moving right along. Gordon Cody says, dude, I just saw they're playing in Atlanta where I live. Oh, man. And I could walk to the venue from my office. You gotta go. You gotta go. Like, you gotta go. Get there. Don't, like, that's not a question. Boop. Seize the Day says, at Gordon Cody, if you pass out, wake up by Monday morning so you can purchase your ticket. That's good looking out, Seize the Day. That's good looking out. Fayron says, well, when the ladies say, let's go, it's showtime, they're not kidding. Yeah, they're not. They weren't. It wasn't a fake. I need supervision. Okay, we're good. He goes on to say, I remember the first time I saw the music video to Different. After a few seconds, I paused it, got up to make myself a coffee, and thought, WTF, this is pure chaos. But while I was standing at the coffee machine, my legs had already absorbed the melody and thought to tap it without me noticing it directly. Oh yeah, it kind of, it wormed its way in there and then took control of your body. Chaos will do that. I think the Chaos was trained specifically to do things like that, so... he goes on to say, so with the coffee in hand, back to the video, restart from the beginning, and in the end, it was like with every other Band-Maid song. I liked it. There was supposedly a situation where Konami asked Akane how fast she could play. Akane answered with around 170 beats per minute. Konami then sent her a demo of a song that required 190 beats per minute. I could well imagine that this was the demo for Different. I've never seen so openly how interested every single member of a band is in evolving. But not just for herself, but together with her band members. I've described this band a few times already, that it consists of 5 equally strong and supporting pillars, and I don't believe that it would work without one of them. Perfection. No one gets it here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can tell, I think, that the band has great chemistry together, and it does seem like they're able to push each other in a respectful way, but that also like maximizes, their growth. Carson Thorson says, Konami has apparently asked Akane that question on more than one occasion, each time pushing up the speed. I wonder when or if it will stop. Well, according to the Herman Lee interview... Oh, there's a Herman Lee interview? I'll have to check that out. Konami would like 15 to 20 beats per minute more. I mean, who wouldn't? Really? Paul Engineer says, I think this is right. During lockdown, the band publisher got funding to produce or release 2 songs. These 2 songs that were played sequentially in one of the Maid's online concerts during lockdown were selected for some post-production and release. There is a similar pairing for Manners and Black Hole, which shows some of the Maid's range from the Unseen World album. Yes, sir. Armin Thielen says, that was great fun to watch. You really need to see or hear them with a crowd. No arguments. This goes far beyond what you've seen so far. A double of the official live videos, Freedom and Domination, would be cool. No pressure. I am sure you will check them out sooner or later. You are correct. I know I am enjoying. Please check out Hanabie, written with the kanji for cold and the E, not fire. Okay. Of course, no charge for this lesson. Thank you. Without being a smartass, you need to memorize the hiragana and katakana alphabet before moving to kanjis. Really love your reactions. Oh, well, thank you, buddy. I am familiar with the hiragana and the katakana alphabets. At one point in high school, it was one of my first attempts to learn Japanese. I did memorize both of those alphabets, and then as is just the way that these things go. It's just like there wasn't enough motivation, I think, to keep me really digging into it. So one of the things that I've learned about me is that like I need a project to learn the thing, right? So like that's actually one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel, was because I'm trying to learn how to talk. I'm trying to learn how to say stuff, right? Because it's not a good thing. I'm not so good at it. But instead of just like, I don't know, talking to people around the house, like practicing like a normal person, I'm like, no, I'm going to set up a whole freaking thing and I'm going to do this. And so now it's going to be a thing, but it works because now it's like this self-perpetuating machine where, I mean, I can tell that my commentary is a little bit better. It's more succinct, and like my insights are a little bit cleaner, like when I dig them out in real time. And so all of that stuff is like why I started the channel. And it's just like, it wouldn't have happened if I had chosen any other way. So it's like, I'm to the point now to where, like, when I know that I want to do something, like, the motivation to keep me doing it is primary. And so I have to do something in a way that's engaging and interesting to me. Otherwise, I'm just going to, like, walk away, because what do you know? So there you go. Just a glimpse into my own, psyche there, ladies and gentlemen. No charge for that. Garden says, Sa hajimeo. That's let's go, right? Or let's get started, something, BM for life says, roll the dice on Band-Maid and be a winner all the time. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. No arguments. I have not been disappointed yet with the Band-Maid stuff. Grant Nealon says, hey John, welcome back to Band-Maid. Stank face on. Yeah. Two of my many favorites by these ladies, Do Manners, Black Hole Next. Yep, huge request for this one. They have so many songs. By the time you have finished, you will be speaking Japanese like a local. Well, hopefully. I mean, that'd be fun. Best wishes from France. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I love when you tag your location in the comment. It's really fun for me to know where my audience is. Bob E. up next says, saying the obvious that this band consists of 5 remarkable musicians seems almost redundant after listening to these tracks and John's comments, because it's so plainly obvious this band operates at a very high level of musicianship in the world of rock. Yeah, I kind of get that. He goes on to say, but they are particularly adept at straddling the line between straightforward rock and progressive rock. That's very well stated, sir. Very well stated. Very well stated. Maybe better than any band before. Us Maniacs often point to Konami's ever-shifting lead guitar parts, and without a doubt, she's one busy gal on the fretboard. But then, so are Misa and Akane with their parts. And don't forget the ability for Saiki and or Miko to launch into rapid-fire vocals with complex vocal harmonies. I mean, their toolkit is stacked. What else can you say? He goes on to say, but somehow they still manage to package all this tasty instrumentation into songs that always have a great hook and that people can sing along to. Heck, people even using the word punk to describe Band-Maid. How in the world can you play these complex bits, but people feel a punk song? Yeah, because I think for me, a big part of it is like the rebellious nature, right? The rebellious attitude that comes through. Like, it's very punk. The music itself, you might have a hard time classifying it as punk, but I think the attitude, right, is harmonizes with like the 70s, 80s, like the punk attitude from. He goes on to say, I grew up on Yes and Rush, and those bands were the best of their day, in my humble opinion, of achieving the same type of balance. But rarely did Rush get as busy as different, and when Yes got that busy, they were clearly playing a progressive rock song. Nothing anyone would feel is a punk song. Band-Maid are pure geniuses. He says, P.S. These are 2 great songs to focus on Miku's excellent rhythm guitar parts. Our pigeon has grown into one badass rhythm guitarist that even the 2 rhythm guitar kings of my youth would surely acknowledge, Malcolm Young and Rudolf Schenker. Take care and rock on. I do have to apologize, ladies and gentlemen, if I don't get all your references. I actually won't get most of them. I'm actually kind of sheltered when it comes to like music, which is another reason why I started this channel, because there's like a lot of good music out there that I want to go check out. But like, again, I'm not just gonna like sit down and listen to it. I have to like, it has to be a project for me, something to sink my teeth into. Boop. Interstellar Dave responds, saying, speaking of Yes, there are several times, like in Catharsis, where I feel like Konami was listening to their 1974 album Relayer. It's brief, but the sounds like Steve Howe circa 1974 and like everything else she does is really cool. And as for Rush, I feel like Band-Maid is a lot like Rush in their post 15 to 20 minute epics phase. Okay. Technical, and I'm not familiar with Rush, so that a lot of that's over my head. I do apologize. Technical and proggy at times, but shorter, more pop-friendly songs. I'd love for Band-Maid to go the other direction that Yes and Rush took and put out the kind of epic prog rock songs that those groups initially became famous for. I just love to hear what they come up with. Yeah, like a 17-minute sweeping epic, that would be awesome. You know, like like 5 movements. Yeah, I'd be down. 785 Boats says, the Barefoot Assassin is the most melodic bassist I've heard in all of my 64 years. That is true. That is true. She, like, the melody, like, her ability to carry a melody with the bass, and only it's not like she relies on other gimmicks like tone or, like, slapping or percussive. Like, no, it's just literally just the melody and the bass. It's very good. And kind of like under the radar a little bit. So cool in every song. Definitely watch the Double Manners Black Hole video. You haven't heard Chaos until you watch Black Hole. That's what y'all keep saying. It takes a while to realign the senses after that. As brilliant as the Maids are, Misa owns both those songs in my opinion. Boop. Yep, you definitely getting me hyped for it. So... Gary Lai says, Band-Maid leaves you speechless. Also, I see your Song of Storms T. You're right. You're right. It's one of my favorite shirts. I've had it forever. I'm sad because I know it's like on its way out. And I don't know. Becca Noib says, Dice is pure power. Pop, hard rock, rock metal goodness. Love to see you check out these the Band-Maid's next songs. Bubble. Oh, that's a new one. I don't think I've seen that one suggested. Blooming and Turn Me On. There's a link to Turn Me On, not on their channel. Boop. Alrighty. Ronnie Bruce Halford says, sorry no one set you straight regarding the fact that Dice and Different are 2 separate songs. If you make a video reacting to the comments, consider throwing in a reaction to the music video for Different to close the loop. I would love to, but the thing is, one of the reasons that I do these comment videos is because they are one of the few videos that I actually get to monetize. And so if I were to throw in a reaction in this video, I would no longer be able to monetize it. That's just how it is. Unfortunately, I think until we get to a point on the channel where the channel itself is self-sustained, it's going to have to be this way for the time being. But I will do a reaction to the music video for Different, as well as the it'll probably be a double feature with the music video for Different and the acoustic version, because now y'all got me hyped for that too. So be on the lookout. But of course, my wife could go into labor any minute as well. So I got my phones right next to me in case she's like, ah! You know, but like more coherently than that. I'm so dumb. Okay. Fat Tulip says, 2 separate songs with Dice and Different just bundled together in the live double bill. Worth watching the Different music video for a further comparison. Yep, it's on the radar. Keep the reactions coming to the best band out there today and for many, many years. Blessed are our maids. Poe. Man, I love you guys. You're so much fun. You're just like, you're fun. You're good people. I feel like we're friends. Okay, Greylock 100 says, please add Romanji script as well as kanji. Romanji, is that like the romanization? So like you use the alphabet? What's the word? It's not English. I mean, yes, it's English, but what? It's not. Shut up. I don't know. Like it's just like the Arabic, the Western alphabet. You know what I mean? The letters that we're looking at right here. This one, they're made out of this letters. Why are you here? Why do you come here? He goes on to say, when you get to Influencer and Manners Black Hole, your mind will be leaving the solar system. I'm excited. Similar, but I see your point in reference to Tom Petty. Okay. That's the first mention of the Tom Petty reference. So, Misa turned up her distortion for the live, and the studio version has compression on it, which squeezes down the mid-range, where Miku's vocals and guitar hides out very nicely. There have been very drawn-out discussions about the use of compression on the ladies' songs for the studio releases, and there is a t-shirt, Shut Up, Konami is speaking, with an outline of Konami with her guitar upraised. I think you might like it. If you want me to wear it, I will once again direct you to my previous comment. Through super thanks, all things are possible. So you can just drop a super thanks and be like, go buy the frickin' shirt, dude, and I'll go do it. And then the next video, you'll see me in the shirt. So it's just how we work here. We're symbiotic, okay? We're symbiotic. It's not a me thing. It's a we thing. My largest complaint is how many times they turn Konami's mic down. It's how many times they turn Konami's mic down, and how sometimes you can't hear her backing vocals. I know she used to use her mic to trigger a backing vocal track, but there were other times where you can see her getting slightly upset because her mic is turned down. SS 2022 is one of them. Of course, with that performance, there were many issues with the sound mixing, and others have explained different. And in different, particularly, you can hear how Miku goes from below Saeki's vocal range to way above it as well. And you aren't the first reactor to say there's too much. Champ has said it a few times, and on this very song, and I think in the same spot as well. However many minutes, 31 minutes, 10 seconds, according to the timer. I appreciate the support. Like, because I do these videos, and I kind of just, like, expect that, like, who's going to watch all the, I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't really think about that when I record. I just, like, my only goal, like, okay, I can't just say my only goal, because I have, like, 90 goals at all times, but, like, really, I'm, like, I want to have fun. Like, I'm just here to have fun. Like, this is fun for me. And I kind of figure if it's fun for me and I do it long enough, then people, like, who are, will also think it's fun. Will come and hang out. And that's all. Says, watch until the end. You really need to do Manners, Black Hole official video. Watch until the end. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Boop. And yes, on the Manners and Black Hole. Alice Ginidi says, I'm here for the Band-Maid. Subscribed. Keep up the great analysis. Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Jean Levier, is that how I say that right? Said, watched it all. Thanks. I love it. That's all. You watched it, and and you came and you did it. That's so fun for me. It's so fun. Tom Clark says, Dice isn't as different as different is different. Shut up. Go home. Come on. Nor is different as dicey as... Shut up. Go home. Nobody asked you. But one thing's for sure, both are different. I hate you. I hate you. Yes, you get the pen. You've earned it. You earned the pen. Boop. Jeremy Jones says, really fun and informative reaction, John. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Enjoyed all of it. Curious how many times you've seen and now read in the comments reviews the mysterious phrase Manners Black Hole. Oh, quite a bit. Probably over 100. I would say easily over 100 since we've started doing this. Since the first, since I did the No God reaction. If you have a brain belt, strap that puppy on. Thanks so much, John. I don't have a brain belt. That's not a thing I do. So we're just going to let it fly and let the pieces fall where they may. Scattered across the solar system, hopefully. Gary Keeling says, everything about Misa is violent. She is the barefoot assassin after all, always. That's actually really funny. When I described her as being violent, I had completely forgotten that that was her nickname. So again, that was just... yeah. Big Bonnet says, let's see, 750 comments with average 3 replies, times 30 seconds each. Carry the one and all the guitars. And all, yes, can't forget the guitars. Got it. By math, the comment video will be 17 2.23 years long. I appreciate that you showed your work here, sir. I do. So, well, let's see. We're getting close, I think, to the end. And where are we on time? Almost at 50 minutes. So, that's about what I figured. I figured it'd take an hour, maybe a little over an hour to get through this. So, we're making pretty good time. So, we didn't get to 750 comments though, so I think your initial projection was a little bit off. We're only at about 120, so that could be the discrepancy. Adjust your model and run the experiment again. Tafisik says, "Oh, don't mind me. I dropped my car keys somewhere down here in the comments and have been wandering around looking for them for 31 minutes and 10 seconds. At least the music is here banging. Top notch. Y'all are too much. Boop, you're fun." Hernan Tapia says, "If you think this 2 songs are controlled chaos, the maximum expression is Black Hole from the Unseen World album. For me, as the songs evolve chaotic, and Saiki's voice and Miku sometimes lead that chaos into something cohesive and digestible. And I think that's what makes them geniuses, is to be I think one of the best descriptions for an artist is like what an artist does is someone who reaches into chaos and extracts order, right? So kind of like I pick up these little definitions here and there. You liked my definition for prog, so that's also my definition for an artist, is someone who reaches into chaos and extracts order. Boop. I like it. Surfing a Song Wave says, "Yep, watched all 31 minutes and 10 seconds. You are, man, just too much." 2 totally different songs. Dice is one, Different is another. JLOD was or is a Japanese government program to give assistance to sectors that were struggling during the COVID shutdowns. Live music being one of them. One of the requirements was 5 minutes long. Yep, and Band-Maid doesn't have any recorded song that's 5 minutes, so they put 2 songs together. They were both from the Day of Maid, May 10th live stream. Different was commissioned for opening season 3 of the anime's Log Horizon. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Just, I don't know. I've never heard of it. And released as a single, their last for the previous label, Nippon Crown, and with an instrumental Don't Be Long as the B-side. Misa is just the perfect bass player, deep groove, and she plays off Akane and vice versa so well. No arguments. Rob Capuano says, "Just in case someone hasn't already sent you the link for the music video for Different, here it is." Appreciate it. They have. But I appreciate it. Joff P5's Jeff? I'm so dumb. I'm also tired. It's late. Something is up with the text there. Read something interview. After they released the EP Unleash, they were asked why with 8 songs it was an EP and not an album. The answer was that an album for them has to have a theme that the songs fit into. For the album released shortly before this double song video, Unseen World, there are 2 themes, and the original release was on 2 CDs, one for each theme. Okay. So like every album's a concept album? Do I know what a concept album is? I don't know. We've already established that I'm dumb, so let's just move on. Dan Joseph says, surprise, bonus musical awesomeness from Band-Maid. You bet I stayed all 30 minutes. Thanks again. Thank you. I mean, it's too much. Y'all are too much. Chris Bergston says, as someone who studied Japanese for 3 years, I'd say there's a reason why people do the boring textbook stuff, and I don't think you're doing yourself a favor by skipping the basics. But to master the language, you will certainly need a lot of practice and a reason to keep at it. So projects like the one you described are important too. That's a good point. It is a good point, and I guess I should mention that I will eventually get to the basics. I do. It's just a thing. Like, I'll get to the point where I'll hit a roadblock and then it'll just like click. I'll be like, okay, now I need to go back, and now I need to shore up the foundation. So it's just like I have to work with myself because I'm like basically impossible to manage, right? So, yeah, this is just the way that we're gonna have to do it. It's not that I'm like ignoring the basics forever, but no, it's like this idea is what inspired the motivation. So that's where I'm gonna take it, right? That I'm not gonna take it anywhere. That's where I'm gonna go where it wants to go, because trying to like redirect it, especially in the there's no point, right? You can start pretty much anywhere. Like, I want to write a book called Calculus for Preschoolers because I think all math should be taught in reference to calculus, like, because calculus makes sense of math, and like you don't really need to know all of like the technical aspects of it to understand what's happening with calculus. And if you're exposed to it at a young age, then you can fill in the gaps, like whatever. Okay, that's just me. That's just how I am. I'm wild. Christopher Scott Dempwolf says, 944, this is why Misa is always all caps. If you get to see them live, you will understand that the chaos is obedient to Saiki. Like everyone else in the room, it's palpable. Man, listen. It's gonna happen, I'm sure. Just probably not in the next 6 months. So. Alright, Shamalama Ding. I just can't. I love your name, dude. I love it. Shamalama Ding Dong says, the chaos might be obedient, but they definitely are not. They just keep playing like you weren't even talking to them. I did watch the whole thing, but I am not sure who would stop watching Band-Maid related content before it's over. I mean, who would ever stop watching a @John.reacts video? Wow. That's high praise. That's high praise. Thank you. Feels great, buddy. I appreciate it. Brian DeVito says there is a similar progression between the dice riff and running down a dream, but the dice riff is a hell of a lot more complex. Just try playing them sometimes. Good luck, bro. Great work as always. Thank you, buddy. Maybe. I mean, I think I even mentioned that it wasn't so much the riff itself, that it was like the guitar tone, right? It might have even been in like the same key. But yeah, because like when I went back and listened to the riffs, I was like, okay, they're not really as similar as it sounded, but there's still like, there's a commonality there. So, I mean, I still stand by it, but you know. Brian DeVito also says, thanks for giving your videos the feel of just watching Band-Maid with a friend. Not sure how you pull it off, but it works. The speaking directly to Misa and Konami thing is fantastic as well. They're watching. Are they? Are they really? They might be. I don't know. Oh god, now I'm nervous. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, like I said, I just like, that's the thing. Like, I'm just here I just want to have fun. Like that, like, and you know, I try to be entertaining, but really it's just, I'm here to have fun and to give you like my honest thoughts as they happen. So I'm glad you enjoy it. Glad you're enjoying it. And I think as we continue this journey, I'll get better and better. So hopefully you'll stick around. Space Ranger says, Dice was my first with them and been hooked since. Different is the workout song. So much energy. It has the opening song for the Log Horizon anime. Even though it was written for that, I actually love the lyrics. Miku is a great songwriter, I think. I also think that as well. Okay, I thought we were getting close to the end. I don't really think we're all that close. Rami Ramat says, I watched the whole thing without realizing that more than 30 minutes had gone by. Well, again, high praise. I love listening to reactors who know their stuff. Wow, you think I know my stuff? That's just, I'm dumb. So that feels good. Thank you. Feels like I'm being educated, that I'm learning something new, new perspective. Well, that is something that I try to like, this is the thing, and this is part of the reason why I don't watch like other reactors' content, because I don't want my perspective to be influenced in any way. So I'm like real careful. Because when I have a comment about, even if it's dumb, Like, you know, you can trust that it's honest and it's coming from me and it's not like coming from somewhere else. He goes on to say, we have all watched these videos many times before, yet this whole reaction feels fresh. Thank you. Thank you. I have to say I prefer listening to the live videos, as you can hear all the band members more clearly, except for Konami. Somehow, or rather, I have always felt that they pulled back the volume of Konami's guitar way too low in order to let Miku, and possibly Misa, be heard more clearly. Most of the time, I'm good with that, like in the case of Manners Black Hole, in the same concert. But for Different, it does not quite work out. For comparison, you would have to check out the music video for Different by yourself or as a reaction would be your choice, of course. And speaking of Manners Black Hole, have you not heard the real Obedient? Okay, come on. Yes. It's too much. Interestingly, there is a different version of Different. Get it? God, go home. That might be difficult to find on YouTube. It's taken from their acoustic Christmas concert of 2021, and it presents a very different side of the song. Too many puns. Stop it. At least you're aware. Okay, at least you're aware of it. Tell yourself to go home. He goes on to say, in that version, only Saiki and Konami are performing, but it really was done brilliantly. Check out the video if you have time, provided you can, of course, possibly on other video sites. Boop. Appreciate it. Yeah, if it's out there, I'll find it. I mean, I'll find it. It's going to happen one way or another. Frank D says, great reaction vids so far. I'm enjoying your analysis. Did you know that Band-Maid also has 70s arena rock anthem side to them? Puzzle. Okay. It's a masterpiece. Amber drops a link. Appreciate the link. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, Puzzle has been requested too. It's definitely on the radar. There's other stuff before that, but it's definitely like, I would say probably within the next 5 Band-Maid reactions, we'll take a look at Puzzle. So don't quote me on that though, because I lie all the time. BM for Life says, Band-Maid serving their masters and princesses since 2013. Then we got a list of shows dropped. In October 2022, Band-Maid had a 14-city tour, and I had the fortune to witness 4 of these shows and see them live for the first time. Band-Maid, the hardest working maids in the business. No arguments. Man, I'm also jealous. 4 times you got to see them. KH says, different, totally different song. Yes. I mean, come on. Jeffrey Kuska says, Obedient Chaos equals Band-Maid. No arguments. Peter Hoth says, you should react to Blooming, a highly rated Band-Maid song. Cheers. I've seen a couple suggestions for Blooming, so it's on the radar. A lot of this stuff is on the radar. But Jeffrey Kuska also says, it's a whole concert during COVID. That's right. Jeffrey Kuska also says, watch the whole thing. Thank you. I appreciate it. You must see them live to experience the whole package of what these talented ladies can do, and their personalities during the shows only add to their awesomeness. Hashtag Band-Maid. Breach. Rith1 says, this guy should be with the Gaijin Guys podcast. The reaction observation is on par or even better in some parts from guys like Chase Camerson, the medium champ. Gaijin Guys podcast. Unfamiliar, don't know. But I appreciate it. Thank you. David Misa Cook. Love your name too, buddy. Says Misa. I love it. 3110. Yeah, I suffered through all of it. Shut up. Come on. Same here, buddy. Just kidding. It was very entertaining. I appreciate that. Thanks. The first 15 seconds of Dice is what changed me from an admirer to raving fanboy. That's what's up. Get a heart too. Just made me laugh. Let's see. Evil Adam says there more to this? No, okay. Band-Maid plus Chaos equals Black Hole. And then we get some links. Oh, there's an instrumental version of Black Hole? Stop it. It's too much. Okay, I only have so much time. Let's see. Charles W. Jansen II says, is it possible that the guitar line for Dice runs counter to Running Down a Dream? Oh, interesting. Great observation, including that Band-Maid is obedient chaos. Thank you, buddy. That's what makes their music so much fun. Your commentary is definitely fun. Well, thank you. Band-Maid is a great band live. Saw them on Little Pigeon's, Miku's, birthday in Dallas. Jealous. What a blast. Call the police. Misa's bass tone is violent. Yes, it is, and it's beautifully violent. Misa is my favorite bass player. We also need to call the local Burgermeister to look into Mincho, the mad scientist of riffage. Konami is a monster, writing riffs and coming up with a lot of the music. Her mind, Frankenstein's ideas together, and the stitching the band does makes them work. Beautiful. It's such a perfect way to encapsulate what this band is. Like Konami's mind, Frankenstein's these ideas, and then the band very well said, sir. Very well said. Hey, I watched all the way to the end. Oh, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. KT says, thanks so much. Nice reaction. Not a problem, buddy. Thanks for watching. Martin Langstrom says, 2 different songs bundled together for the live video. Appreciate it. Airline Secret says, Candy or Whip? What do you like? Poe. I don't know. I'm feeling the whip right now. Arshmura says, I just want to say a big thank you for such long videos. It's nice to see how immersed you are in the reaction. Well, that's good to hear, too, because sometimes I can be long-winded, but I do try to monitor and make sure that I'm not just rambling and that I actually get to the point. Brad, did I give you? Yeah, I gave you. Bradley Allen says, yep, watched all the way through. God, you guys are awesome. Very entertaining, great idea on how to learn Japanese. Thank you. My lesson's coming up in about 20 minutes. Thanks for the reaction. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't subbed to the channel, I mean, you did it 50 seconds ago. We're getting close to the end, aren't we? Okay. Oh my God, we made it! We did it! Because I was, you know... Oh, God. Ugh. I'm so mad at your comment, Tom Clark. I am so mad at it. It's my favorite. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The entire comment section in 1 minute, or 1 hour and 8 minutes. So, how'd I do? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Show your support with a comment, like, sub, or super thanks for all the awesome work that I'm putting out for you guys. And once again, as always, if you have suggestions, you want to drop them in the comments. A lot of them have already been dropped, but keep dropping them. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's actually kind of all a lie anyway, because I never look at the suggestions. It's not true. I do look at the suggestions, but for the most part, like, I know what I want to do, and so I'm not at the point to where I've run out of, like, what do I even do? Like, what song do I do next? Like, I know what I'm going to do next. I have a list, and, like, so, but definitely keep the suggestions coming at John.react, so I have a way to filter for it when I get to the point where I'm ready, like, when I actually need suggestions, because at this point, there's just, honestly, I don't necessarily need the suggestion, because there's just so much content to cover, but that doesn't mean they're not welcomed, and appreciated. So yeah, are we good? I think we're good. That was a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed it, do all that other stuff, you know, the commenting and the, you know, stuff. I'm gonna get out of here and get ready for my lesson, and yeah, next time you see me, I'll have hopefully I'll have something to report for you as far as how the lesson went. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me for this one. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.